I've been in my head so long, I don't know what's right, but I know what's wrong. I ain't even wanna bring through no harm. Thoughts so loud, but I stay so calm. Let's go.
People, I've definitely seen streamers like get on that website and like, let's take chess for example. There's a chess content creator where he was like doing the different openings and he was like putting them in like best to worst or whatever, other categories. And like there's anime ones, like we were doing where like somebody has already made the template. They've already added a bunch of anime, so it's like if you download that particular list, you'll have it on the screen. Like I said, if niggas learn how to set that up, all we gotta do is we're all talking like, yo, is this top tier, is it mid tier? And like we can just kind of discuss and we can make our own shit.
I'll kind of go through it ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and it'd be much easier than, because like I said, we was paper and pencil with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was ahead of it, but it's like now that shit is way easier, and it's like I feel like that shit would be lit, because like I feel like when we get into our anime bag, and we start talking about, you know what I'm saying, like I feel like that type of energy, and I feel like that's the type of shit people can relate to, because I feel like people be having those type of conversations in their group if that's something they're into.
Yeah.
So it's like, not to mention when it comes to certain takes, certain people may fuck with certain takes, some people may not. So it's like I feel like that'll be a good content piece for sure.
Yeah, especially because like there's so much, especially now, especially because there's so many different anime out there.
Yeah.
Like, so there's people that are into different genres of anime, and people that have, like, of course, seen the shows that we've seen. People that haven't seen shows, so we can put people on the shows. Y'all have seen things that I haven't seen. We've seen things that you may not have seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll definitely be like a whole experience, cause we don't have to do that many shows. Like, it can start off with like 10 for real.
Exactly.
Like,
Clip it up. And like, especially when we're going through the shows, like giving the complete rationales of why I feel like that's gonna be, you know, I feel like the real prize in it is like the details. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that?
Yeah.
And like giving your rationale, it's like, okay, I get that. And then it could get heated at certain times, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's always going to be respect for people's opinions. And like I said, I feel like people are going to be able to ultimately be able to interact. But, you know, I agree with that, or damn, I never thought about that. And then you can have that interaction. People will be like, hey, this is what I think about that. So it's like I said, I feel like there's just a huge, like, conversation to be had. And I feel like there's a lot. And not to mention, man, if we get into like the characters, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's a whole
other ballpark. You know what I'm saying?
Like character versus character. We can do that too. Character versus character.
Yeah. Oh my
like
goodness.
swordsman. Fucking like element versus element. Like niggas got fire or water. We can do elements. Like that's a whole. Yeah, that's
so it's like it's a whole, like, just based off of putting things in the category. That's a whole different. I mean, it's a whole content area by itself. No, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't even think I'd consider that really, like, maybe you could consider it a podcast episode, but it's like, depending on how you go about it, you can really make a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? You can really make a lot. That's like
it's like a 5-part series.
Yeah,
for real.
That's like a whole fucking jackpot right there.
Because we could even do some shit where it's like, we can do the shows, like bring down the shows into the winner of the shows, and then bring the characters of those shows together and see who would win, like actual character versus character in those shows. Like, I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you know
that's a lot. You definitely
do
a lot with that.
It can get deep, you know what I'm saying? So like that might have to be its own thing of itself, you know what I'm saying? But I was just thinking about this. Based off the last question you said about the crew moments, right? Another crew moment I want to take niggas to is when it was one time we were smoking. I think at first we was about to see a movie, but we ended up not seeing the movie, and we had just ended up copping a whole bunch of bud, right? We went to First Stop. I don't remember this particular.
Was I there for this?
I think you were there, and you're gonna know as soon as I say it. We went to First Stop, and for some reason we decided to allow Josh to be the representative to go inside the store. And we were already smacked. We were already smacked. I mean, when I look at that shit in hindsight, I'm like, yo, who approved this? We was over here coaching Josh. We was coaching this nigga on what to go in there and ask the clerk for. And we was like, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna say, let me get such and such. And the part that he fucked up was like, ask for blue games. Ask for some blue games. And he was like, okay, go such and such. Give me a blue dream. He was like, no, don't sell this nigga blue dream. It's called blue games. Like that. Those are the raps we need. Like, Go in there, and this nigga went in there, and I remember I went to get the Powerade. This nigga went up to the clerk and asked this nigga for Blue Dream, bro. This fucking clerk was like, I can see that you're on that Blue Dream, buddy. I was like, yo, you dumb. Nigga, you had one job.
Shit.
And you know another reason why I remember that day? Because that's the day after we smoked, I stayed over at Josh's house, and this man's mother caught us.
Oh, y'all got caught? Yeah,
We got caught. Like, that was, I would need y'all to have the full circle, because only Josh was there for this particular part, but I came up with this grandiose scheme. I was like, all right. And like I said, mind you, we was going back to back that day. We had like 10 or something. We was going crazy, but like I said, I somehow snapped out of the high momentarily to come up with this plan. I'm like, all right, this is what you're going to say. We were doing this. We was going to go to this. We did this. Somebody ended up offering some shit. We was like, all right, whatever. But, you know, that was it. Because like I said, although we got caught in the moment, I couldn't just go and tell this man that every time we'd been hanging out, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not ready to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give her a small dose. We have to concede on the fact that we're high, but we can't deny it. It smells,
you're caught.
Exactly. We're going to give her that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that day for me, that was a legendary moment. Because anytime anybody brings up that shit, I feel like that's something everybody in the crew is going to remember. That was one of the moments.
That's a legendary moment.
That shit was legendary. That shit was hilarious, man. I'm sorry. That shit was so funny. The whole concept of it, because anybody that knows Josh, they know how this man gets when he gets smacked. So why would we charge him up to do that? It's just so irresponsible. You know, like.
Oh shit.
But yeah, that was man. That was a good time, man.
I'm trying to think. Like, what other moments are there? Like a standout moment.
Yeah, there's a lot. Sheesh.
I feel like, damn, because there's a lot of moments that I want to bring up, but I don't want to. There's somebody I don't want to throw under the bus. But oh man, cause I remember we used to chill all the time. That was back when you had the Fit.
Oh man, yeah, the Honda Fit.
Yeah.
Loved it.
We used to smoke that shit out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. I'm making pit stops. I'm whipping that shit around the city. We going, but we caught him from. What up? About to go to my neck of the woods. About to go hit up so and so. Alright, where are we gonna do? Whole thing, man. Those are some good times.
Yeah, for real.
I'm trying to think of another one. Cause like I can think of like some micro moments to where it's like.
Yeah, I was thinking about like the Mike Tyson, but I want like a huge. It was just funny, but I want like a huge moment. Like we copped and the nigga was like, "It's that Mike Tyson."
Oh yeah.
Knock your ass out.
No, I remember that. Oh yeah, we got a man. Or even the first, I think it was one of the first times we copped, and one of the inside jokes that goes to this day when it was like, "Yo, can I get 6 nicks?" What? Yo, can I get 6 nicks? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's.
I'm not gonna lie, cause I was there for that, but I was in the car. I low key wish I was in Josh's spot, cause he actually went up to the door with Trey, so we got to experience that shit in person. But
I think I was in the car when that happened too.
Yeah, I
think I
remember
was
that.
there.
I remember that vividly.
Kellen's house though, that's probably like one of the most legendary moments.
Kellen's crib?
Yeah, like the first time. Yeah, the
yeah.
first time we smoked.
Yeah, when this nigga Josh broke his instrument.
This nigga Josh is instrumental in so many moments.
This man Josh broke this man Kellen's instrument.
It was just like.
We were on our way out, like just leave.
Yeah, for real.
This man, I don't know who was at the door, but this nigga Josh was looking at somebody like, "Yo, you want me to do it? You want me to do it?" Somebody was like, "Yeah, this." Come on, man. I remember. Yeah, that's legendary.
Yeah. That was my first time smoking.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first time, like ever.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Niggas was smoking out the bowl. Niggas at the pipe. Cause I don't think nobody was. I think the only person that was rolling blunts at the time, or even joints, was Jalen.
Yeah, I wasn't smoking. That's the first time I met Jalen.
I think that was the first time I met you in person.
Really? Oh yeah, I can go for that. Yeah, I can go. For
that. In person.
Yeah,
we had talked on the Xbox for like maybe like a year or two.
Yeah.
Before we went there, but I think that was the first time I met you in person, And that was the first time I met Jalen before that, but I think that was the first time I like actually like chilled with him.
Word.
Because I had been over to Trayvon's house before, and Jalen came over, but it was only on some quick shit.
Right.
And I didn't even know who he was at the time. But I think that was the first time that I like really chilled with everybody at the same time.
You're right. Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely the first time I met Jalen as well. I remember that shit vividly. Because I remember before that, I want to say me and Kellen, it was either shortly before or shortly after, we had smoked at my crib. And like, I remember particularly, and he's going to remember this as well, like, because we had the bowl, but like I didn't have a lighter. I had used the candle lighter.
Oh shit!
And I set the candle lighter up, trying to hit the bowl, and that nigga was like, "Yo, you trying to set me on fire?" Like I guess I was holding the shit too close to him. But like that's one of the main things I remember about that time. Aside from the fact that, you know, the plug that we had at the time, what he had gave us, he had called it purple stuff, and I had never seen Loud that was actually had purple, like the color purple.
Yeah.
Like that shit was bright purple. That shit had some gray like fuzz like hairs, and I was like, yo, this man is different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen some shit. Like, I remember I was taking pictures of that shit. I was like, yo, like I need y'all to know that this shit was actually purple. He didn't just call this shit purple stuff for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And that was something, because like I said, I played soccer. I was, for the most part, I was smoking with the white boys most of the time, but I was one of their plugs. I was like, yo, this nigga right here, he's the real deal. Because all y'all niggas know about this shit, and this is real. Like, it was almost like, yo, if you went up to one of them niggas like, yo, you got some purple stuff, they would know what you was talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I of course, like, because it seems like sometimes, when, like you say, you cop from so-and-so, they would just give you a random name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Every time it's just different, but like, yo, he made a consistent, marketable. This nigga was ahead of his time. This nigga marketed this shit. Because I'm like, yo, there's too many different cliques that know what this is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's not giving everybody random shit. I don't know. He's a manufacturer of this shit somehow. Or he knows somebody that's doing something different. Because back then, like, when niggas talk about, like, purple shit, like, when niggas finally got the one that was, like, actually purple, it was like, yo, shit, like, it's really purple. Like, I ain't never seen, like, I think that was... Well, I wasn't there with y'all at that time, but like I remember like back around that time, like when I first seen something purple, I was like, "Yo, it really is purple." Because we hear niggas in the songs talk about like blowing purple or like purple smoke, and in my mind, I'm thinking like before I even smoked, I'm thinking like, "Oh, niggas blowing like when the smoke comes out is purple." Yeah, I didn't know they was talking about the weed. Exactly, because it's so abstract. It just doesn't seem possible. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem possible that you're actually going to be breaking down something that's going to be a large percent purple, and there's gonna be like some minor hints of green and like other shit in there. But I remember that shit. That it took me for a loop. I was like, this is the real deal. He also, man, I don't want to get this man strains fucked up because I remember this dude was the plug for so many occasions. But I want to say he had some Fruity Pebbles too. I want to say Fruity Pebbles was the other. Like he had some pretty fire shit. But it's like.
I'm top 2, niggas can't touch me. Yeah, I got songs, just wait, don't rush me.
I've been on 10. Chrome ain't flowing for nothing when a verse didn't show me the budget.